Hey, Aries, intuitive soul coach here with your August 2023 career reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings, so please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right. So what I'm getting here right away for you intuitively is there may have been a contract or an agreement that was void, nulled, or taken away in the recent past here. So also some of you could be moving towards a brand new contract, whether it's a soul contract to have a new human experience when it comes to how you make a living. And for others of you, this could be an actual business contract, something you are signing, you could be looking over. I'm also hearing here the phrase or words, performance review. Performance review. So that could be part of the contract where you are talking and someone else is jotting down items on a contract. So please take that as it resonates. And it makes sense with what I was feeling intuitively because your past card is the skull. So this could have been you going through a rough patch, Aries. Some of you may have had to borrow money. You may have felt low on cash. I'm getting here low on energy as well. So you had to recoup, rejuvenate, and reinvent yourself from the inside out because there is soul purpose here, life work. This is all about you going through a major phase or a major transition to put you in alignment with your soul's purpose or soul's mission. Now, some of you are called to heal. You may be a healer, whether you work as a nurse, a doctor, you may work in hospice. Some of you may have been out of work, unemployed, or you've just gone through a period or a phase where something didn't turn out the way that you thought it would. And this ending may absolutely bring in a new beginning. So again, past energy, which I don't mind seeing this in the past, but it was challenging or difficult. Now, this could have been a conversation that you had with someone. It could have been that you had to be the one that maybe fired someone, or maybe you were let go or fired for wrongful, something with taking it back. I keep getting that contract that may have been void or something may have been pulled out from underneath you. Maybe they told you you had the job and then gave it to someone else, or they may have given you promises of a review or a performance review that you never received. So there was something in the past here that kind of pulled you off track a little bit here, Aries, but this is about you coming back. As I always say, the comeback is stronger than the setback, and it certainly looks like August is going to be a very powerful month for you. You have the clover. When the clover shows up, this is about you catching that lucky break because something felt completely unlucky here in the past. I am getting here, you are taking a risk, you're gambling on maybe your future, your career, your assets, but whatever this is, I feel like you're rolling the dice here and it's going to pay off in a very big way. This talks about fortune, chance. Someone may be taking a chance on you. And that's good that this fell through in the past because something better is in true alignment with the type of experience that you want to have in your career. So this is, even though this was challenging here or may still be, you could still be in the throes of whatever this skull energy is for you, which reminds me of the death card in tarot. I feel like this was a rebirth opportunity. This is all about spiritual growth. So don't resist the change. Don't resist here a new opportunity coming in for you because you may still be focused on something that was spilt. I'm getting 4 and 5 of cups energy here. So when the clover shows up, you may be refinancing, you may be in financing or banking, you may be just taking a look at your money, where it's going, how you're spending it, your belief system around money. You may be working outdoors more, or you may be taking a little bit of time out to spend time with nature, reconnecting to your soul, because I'm hearing a lot of you are diving into your soul purpose, your passion, and your life mission. And there could be a beautiful surprise coming in here for you in the month of August. So again, if it seems risky, This could be a new investment that you're just not quite sure, because I am seeing here the moon in my mind's eye. So if it seems too good to be true, then of course, trust your intuition, do your due diligence here and do a little bit of research. But if it is something that it's exciting, but yet the fears are creeping in saying, well, maybe I shouldn't go in that direction, because what if I'm not good enough? Or what if they don't like what I have to offer? What if I don't have the skills? What if I'm not competent enough? Or what if they can't help me evolve? You know, if it's what ifs that are holding you back, then I challenge you to turn those what ifs into I cans and say yes to these opportunities. But if it is, again, a get rich quick, a too good to be true, or if someone may be trying to pull a fast one over you, Aries, you're smart. Use your intuition, trust in yourself here. But I feel whatever it is that you are saying yes to, whatever new beginnings are coming in after some sort of an ending or a turnabout period here for you, it's going to pay off. Not just now, you may have to put a little bit of work into it, but I feel like it's going to pay off down the road. I'm getting 10 of Pentacles, so this could even take you into retirement. Now, we also have the Chess and the Buddha card showing up in the near future. The Chess card is all about strategizing, which makes sense because you have the finance here. So some of you may be crunching numbers. You may be figuring out what your next steps are. You may be speaking to a professional, or just really going within that hermit energy, doing some deep soul searching and saying, what can I do that's going to bring me residual income? What can I do a couple of times that may bring money in additionally? Or what can I start now that's going to pay off down the road? So I absolutely see you using that brilliant mind of yours to think things through. Now, some of you may have military in your family, in your background. Aries, you are a natural born leader. And this Chess card is all about you being in a leadership type of position, whether you are an entrepreneur, whether you are being called to take a lead, to step up, to take action. I am getting your energy of the Emperor showing up loud and clear here in the near future. You may be called to stand up, to voice your opinion, to create a company, to do something within an area that you are affiliated with. This is about wise spending, long-term goals. Again, the Chess can be about that 10 of Pentacles I'm getting as well, strong here, where you are a leader and you are building your empire. You are leaving a legacy behind. The fact that it's partnered with the Buddha energy here is all about your life purpose. This is more than just money. However, a lot of you, you're thinking about money because of this Death card. So I see that. We need money here on Earth. We need some sort of currency to survive. So yes, money is a factor, but you're taking it one step deeper and you're saying, okay, what can I really do at this time? How can I shift my beliefs? How can I look into life purpose? How can I connect with my spiritual team, my guides? Some of you are intuitive counselors or therapists, coaches, tarot readers. You may be on that spiritual path yourself, or you are being called to shift the way that you do business. This could be taking more of a spiritual approach. A lot of you may have a spiritually based business that you are doing on the side, maybe from being let go, being unemployed, or you're just trying to get a business off the ground, or this is your full-time gig here. And you have here being guided, divine path, and spiritual wealth. So do I see money coming in? Yes, I see money showing up here for you in the form of currency, but you are rich. You are blessed in all different forms. So be sure you are looking for the blessings and the richness all around you that comes in other forms besides money. So this is showing up in a very big way for you here. So it's going to be a breakthrough month for a lot of you, Aries. If you have been feeling, again, low on energy, if you feel depleted, like you've been putting your time and effort into something and it's not paying off here for you, I see results showing up in some way, shape, or form in the month of August. It's going to feel exciting, but yet I do sense a little bit of fear. But no, Aries, that fear can be your ally. If it doesn't excite you or scare you just a little bit, then maybe it's not for you, right? We need that little jump of excitement and that burst, because that lets us know that we are heading into the unknown and there's something there that is pulling us towards. We need to trust and we need to believe. So let's dive into your overall energy here and see what is going on for you. What is the main energy for the month of August for Aries, please? What do we have here for Aries? 10 of Wands. Yes. 10 of Wands. I'm getting here. Typically, the 10 of Wands can be carrying a lot of burdens. When you are a leader, which you absolutely have that leadership within you, you may have to sometimes carry the burdens of many different things, right? You have many different balls that you're trying to juggle up in the air. You're doing many different things, playing many different roles, wearing many different hats if you are a business owner or an entrepreneur. For some of you, you may still be going through this reinventive period with this skull or death energy in the recent past that you are shedding, that you are working on releasing. So if you can look at this 10 of Wands, look at these boulders that he's carrying. He's figuring out through strategy, through intuition as well, how can I release some of these fears, anxieties, worries, other people's beliefs, right? Your own struggles when it comes to money. So each one of these boulders hold an anchor, and it can feel heavy, but I'm kind of getting a little bit of a different energy with the 10 of Wands. Yes, there's some heaviness here, but the 10 of Wands is actually you wrapping up a cycle that's been maybe a little bit challenging or difficult. And I feel like your determination, Aries, your strength, your dedication, your effort is paying off in a huge way. Tens represent endings. We see that happening here. So we see that you're going through this spiritual shift, this transition, and it may have felt burdensome, but you are a warrior. And I feel like you are heading towards a brand new beginning. So the main energy here is to stay determined, to stay within your goals, that mindset of I can do it, that mindset of achievement and leadership, because you're making some really wonderful strategizing goals in the month of August. And I feel like you're pinpointing, there's some milestones that you're hitting here as well. So I feel that there's going to be celebrations, some small wins in the month of August, but also a very, very big win coming in for you. Because again, you have the clover, which is big. You have the Buddha energy, so this is in alignment with your soul's purpose. But this 10 of Wands is all about you coming to the end of a journey to get ready. And that's why there's fear, because this is big. Wands represent your creativity, your passion, your career, your projects, your willpower, and your spiritual force. So you are understanding and recognizing that you're not alone on this journey, that you have additional help, that you don't have to carry those burdens on your own, but there is absolutely a shift here happening for you. Let's take a look at the challenge. Some of you aren't afraid to take on a little bit extra if it means you're going to hit a huge goal or milestone of yours. So what I'm sensing is you may be working a little bit more to build up a business that you know is going to be very lucrative, very successful. There is something here around belief. So if you know within your soul that this is for you and it's going to be successful, it absolutely will be. But if you still are holding back because of some limiting beliefs, perhaps you're thinking to yourself, everyone's doing that, or I'm never going to get hired, or that's never going to make me money. Take a deep dive into your belief system, because that can be one of those burdens or blocks that prolong you from achieving those dreams or those goals that you have for yourself. So what do we have here as the challenge? We have the Six of Swords. Six of Swords can be a little bit of that mental conflict. Now, Six of Swords is moving on to calmer waters, something better, which we do see happening here for you. I'm getting 14, so it could be around the 14th of August. I'm also getting the 21st and the 23rd. Now, Six of Swords here, it can feel at times, yes, we need this change. We're ready for this change, but it can be reluctant energy. You may be holding back because there's something within those burdens. So take a look and see what is in your boulder, right? If you take a look at this picture and this imagery, you see this warrior here is carrying these heavy burdens, and they look more like ginormous boulders. If you can pinpoint what's in those boulders, and there's help here. I'm getting the word help. So I feel like there are resources. There's possibly even a helpful person coming in. I'm getting King of Cups. So this could be someone who's very supportive, cares. They do think with their emotions and their heart, and they want the best for you, best for other people, the best for the planet. So there's someone possibly new coming in that is going to help you get out of something that feels a little bit sticky, difficult, or challenging, because the Six of Swords, they may still be caught up in the Five of Swords. And I'm getting here a little bit of mental conflict. There's something within the beliefs, which we just talked about here. And the Six of Swords, when it does show up in reverse, there could be just a little bit of feeling stuck, right? Feeling like you're walking in quicksand sometimes. And every time you go to lift up, it's just heavy, and it takes a lot for you to move forward. You have what it takes, because when you move out of the Six of Swords, you look back and you say, damn, I got through that. That was challenging. That was difficult, but I did it. And you come out stronger. And that kind of goes with what we said in the very beginning. The comeback is stronger than the setback. So what's below you? Ace of Cups. New beginnings. I love this energy. So it's not that King of Cups, but it is the beginning of opening up your heart. Now, this is in your deep, deep past. This is in your foundation. So what this means is you've had emotional experiences when it comes to finances and career that may have left you feeling all out of sorts at times, right? Who doesn't feel that way? But I do feel here you taken some time out to really gain the introspection needed to open your heart chakra, because that's where our intuition lies, right? When our heart chakra is closed due to anger, bitterness, judgment, resentments, hate, greed, control, all of those lower frequencies areas, it closes our heart to our truth and to our intuition. So you've been working on trying to negate or stay out of those lower frequencies, hence the Buddha. A lot of you have been on this spiritual journey, but sometimes we get stuck in that. We get pulled back into that 3D. We get pulled back into, those lower frequencies, because sometimes we are surrounded by people who carry those energies, and we don't want to be in it, and we try tooth and nail to get out of it. But I feel for a lot of you, your life purpose and mission is to uplift not just your energy and try to remain in that 4D, 5D energy, but also to help other people do the same. So if you are on the spiritual path or you have a spiritually based business, this is your sign that yes, you are on the right path. Keep moving forward. You have the spiritual strength, the backing to go all the way. For those of you that are wanting more connection, more openness, more reciprocity, if you work in a 9-to-5 or even within your own business, even if it's not spiritually based, you're still bringing a twinge of spiritually based energy to it all the time. We always are. Even if you're a grocery store bagger, whether you work in a cupcake factory or wherever, it doesn't matter. A lot of you are here listening. You're tuning into the frequency of this channel because you are a spiritually divine being, and you recognize this, you know this within you, but you want to head towards emotional fulfillment and you want to be compensated for it. I mean, it's that simple. But let's take a look at the past and how it may still be hindering the present. What do we have stuck up in the past here? There's that High Priestess. This is about trusting your intuition. And I'll give you the perfect example. Let's say that that ego within you says, I really want to be the top leader in this business. And it's okay. We can have healthy ego as well, right? We want to be this leader, but really our soul longs to take 1 year off. We can still be that leader. We can still climb to the top, but maybe your soul wants to go travel for a year. Maybe you want to go mingle, connect, meet new people, because that trip to the top can be lonely and it can be hard work. So what I'm getting here is the head, or the ego, right? That may be conflicting with your soul and your intuition and your heart chakra because of conditioning, society, family, any limiting beliefs. There's something that you are kind of going in two different directions on. And in the recent past here, your intuition has really been pulling you over in this direction, saying, okay, take that year off. Now, some of you are saying, Melissa, what are you talking about? I can't afford even to take a day off, let alone a year, right? This is about you taking those little steps, and instead of immediately taking that back and saying, I can't do that. I don't have what it takes. I don't have the money. I don't have the support. I don't have the skills. Whatever it is that you're telling yourself, start saying, I can. Even if it's 1 day at a time. Live in the present, trust your intuition, trust your skills, trust your abilities, because a lot of you sometimes second guess. For those of you that are spiritual workers, you may second guess your skills. Is what's coming through? Is that my intuition? Am I judging? Am I doing this? Right? There's a lot of back and forth happening here, and that may be what's keeping you a little holed up in the Six of Swords, when really your soul craves more peace. Your soul craves more tranquility. Your soul wants to stay in that 4D, 5D vibration, right? In the past here, some of you had a gut feeling about someone, okay? Remember in the very beginning, we talked about a contract being voided or annulled. Some of you may have known that something wasn't quite right. And if that is you, I feel like there's a good, maybe 30% of you knew that something was off, and you did trust your intuition. So beautiful. Don't silence. You have here not just the High Priestess, but you have the Buddha. Don't silence what your soul is calling you to do at this time. If you are being called to move in a new direction because your current place of employment is toxic, it's unhealthy, but you're hanging on kind of like a loose tooth that is ready to be pulled because you already have a new tooth in place, but for whatever reason you think it's going to be painful or it's going to hurt, only for a second. Right? Only for a second. And some of you are saying, well, Melissa, it's hurt for a lot longer than that. You don't understand, right? When we get caught up in the energy of resistance, or we're not quite ready, it's going to come. It's going to come in. That new tooth isn't necessarily going to not come in when the other one's there, but it's going to be a little uncomfortable, and it's going to feel a whole heck of a lot better if you just yank it and do what needs to be done. And that's what I'm getting here for a lot of you Aries. Let's take a look at the good stuff. Let's get to the juiciness of the potential, what it is you can manifest in the near future. Let's talk about that, because we certainly see the energy that you are in. How can we help you shift what's going on here? This is above you. This is what you are working on bringing down to reality. What do we have here? The Star. Beautiful. So we have the Star showing up in your potential, and we have a near future card, but let's take a look at the Star. Major Arcana. This Major Arcana Aquarius here, but this is about a bright opportunity coming in for you. Now, because we have free will, because we are able to choose the energy that we would like to align with. Sometimes our energy is in that 3D frequency that isn't always what it is that we want to experience. And again, there's nothing wrong with 3D. That's what we come here to have, a human experience. But because we're shifting into higher vibration, higher frequencies as a collective, Mother Earth is already there. She's already in the 5D, right? We just need to kind of catch up, because there's so much of that, that judgment and that hurt and that pain and that feeling left out and disconnected, where I feel like you've outgrown that. I'm just going to give it how I'm getting it. Outgrown that energy is what I feel. So some of you could have outgrown a position. You could have outgrown a circumstance, a skill. It doesn't mean you are no longer good at that skill, but you may say, yeah, I'm good at that, but I just don't love it anymore. I want to practice something else. I want to master this craft over here. So the Star says that you have not only the promise within to move towards this new experience, you're feeling inspired. And if you're not, you're connecting to your spiritual team to help you feel that inspiration. This is about healing, guidance, positivity. Spirit is saying, don't give up on your dreams. Whatever your intuition is guiding you to open yourself up to and trust at this time, even if it's one day at a time, you are healing. And a lot of you, there is financial recovery after a major loss. There is life after death. I just heard that phrase, life after death. So, I got goosebumps here. So some of you, there could have actually been a physical death. For others of you, they're confirming this death energy that I've been getting. So something may have had to, get pulled or get removed, or something happened in your world that may have shook you. Okay. There could have been an illness. There could have been a job, a career went under, something you got bored of, something just wasn't working for you any longer. So you are manifesting financial recovery with the star. You are manifesting your spiritual team to help you up to head towards your dreams and to have that hope and that peace. There's the 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands in the near future is you withstanding adversity. That's what we've been talking about. The lower frequencies that tend to point fingers and say, I am better than, I'm not good enough. There's competition. You will fail. All of those things that we get caught up in this matrix. 9 of Wands says that you can withstand. I'm going to repeat that. You can. Maybe make that an affirmation, Aries. I can withstand adversity. So some of you may have been let go from a job or a position based on inequality, something unethical, immoral. Maybe it was based on race, sex, ageism, color, whatever this was for you. It may have been challenging. Okay, please take this as it resonates. Some of you may have been let go because of whatever reason. Maybe you weren't pretty enough. Maybe you weren't smart enough, right? There's something I feel like was unfair that may only resonate with a few percentage of you, but I'm getting here that there was a let go or something challenging based on a judgment, because I'm getting that judgment card quite strong in my mind's eye. But the 9 of Wands, right? You're coming up to this 10 of Wands here. So even though you feel like you're taking a step back, it's actually going to launch you into this clover energy, into this strategizing, into this spiritually divine energy with the Buddha. You're going to see a miracle happen is what I'm hearing here. You will see a miracle happen when it comes to your career, your finances, your money, your work, your prosperity. There's a miracle happening here for you, because yes, you will withstand those challenges. But the 9 of Wands says you have the persistence. You have that spiritual strength to not give up. And we see that with the 10 of Wands. So what's actually happening here is you are moving through some of the gunk, and out on the other side, you are finally out of that quicksand type of energy, or that mud or muck. It almost reminds me, what they're showing me, and they've been showing me, is the horse in Never Ending Story. The Never Ending Story, if you ever seen that when you were younger, or maybe as an adult, and some of you feel like you've been in a never ending story for quite some time. But remember when the horse gets stuck in the mud, and the boy, is it Atreyu, is screaming to him to just pull himself up, and he ends up going under. Such a sad moment. Now, you're not going under. You have that spiritual help that's actually going to pull you out. So I feel like you wanted to give up at times, but you're not going to, because what do we have here? We do have the Hermit. Okay, beautiful. We have all the rest of the cards we need for your reading. Let's see here. Oh, okay. They want that for the final outcome. You have 3 cards for your final outcome here, but we have your energy, the Hermit, and that came up earlier for you as well. So deep soul searching, introspection. Some of you felt like you were isolated, rejected, withdrawn. You're getting everything in the same page. I feel like you had to kind of get in the people in the right seats, or maybe you had to find the right seat at, the lunch table. This is about you connecting with other like-minded individuals. And if you were at a table where people, maybe you are a vegetarian and everybody else is eating meat. This is symbolic. Please bear with me here. But perhaps you were at the table where your beliefs, your morals, your everything was different. You may have had to go find a new table, or if something just was challenging, if you were sitting at that table and everyone was throwing food and it was chaotic and you just wanted to be peaceful and rest and just enjoy your lunch without the chaos, I feel like you're going and picking up and going to a new table. And what I see at this new table for you, Aries, is there are people who are conversing. There's people who are sharing their food. There's people who are, wanting to share, memories, excitement. There's soul tribe here. And yes, at times there can be a little bit of chaos. There can be some peace, but ultimately it's more of a community. It's more of a group. It's more of that soul tribe environment. So in the past, you may have been dealing with, or you may still be in the woes of it, dealing with sitting at the table that doesn't align with where you want to be or where you are going. So you're picking up and you're finding a new seat at the table. And I feel like it is aligning more with what it is you truly desire, what it is you truly seek. For some of you, this is people of employment. This could be other people you work with, right? Maybe someone's not pulling the weights. Maybe they are, keeping their lunch trays at the table and you're the one that gets stuck having to clean up everything, right? Maybe you are last in line and you don't get any of the good food. And I hope you're bearing with me here. We're talking about soul food, okay? This is all about you being able to be vulnerable, open your heart chakra, trust your intuition, and move forward here. But the Hermit energy does talk about you going within, but I sense that you're coming out of your shell because you have that clover, you're making some new moves, but you did have to do a little bit of introspection here for you. Now, in the environment, you actually have the 5 of coins. It's in reverse. Look at this. I read intuitively, but also there's a shadow and light, of course, to everything. There's duality. Everything here on earth is dual in nature. But the 5 of Cups showing up in reverse, you see at the top, what does it say? Recovering your stability. And we just talked about that with the star. We may have even said those same words. So this is about recovering your sense of stability, because in the upright position here, look at that. There's definitely been some hard misfortunes. So yes, you've most likely been through 5 of coins in the past. You've been through some hard misfortunes, some destruction. For some of you, you've lost your home, you lost your job, everything got taken away from you, right? You may have went through debt, bankruptcy, homelessness. It could have been deep, deep, deep for others of you. Maybe you struggled due to the pandemic, due to health concerns, family members. Maybe you wanted to move, but some goals got put out on hold. The good news coming in here is you're definitely recovering your stability here. And I like to see this because it matches with the clover. Even though you've gone through some hard times here, your intuition is practically wide open here for you, Aries. So you have a deep longing, a deep soul blueprint within that you are remembering at this time. And I feel like you're activating this switch within you where, boom, it's almost like it comes out of the blue, where you have this heightened sense of awareness and you just know that things are going to be okay. And they absolutely are. Now, what's showing up here in your hopes and fears is the Lovers. Gemini energy. It's all about choice as well. It can be, but the Lovers is also about unconditional love for yourself, for what it is that you do. It's being able to balance those decisions. It's new contracts, it's partnerships. It is about harmony and trust. So that's what you are wanting at your table. Right? That's what you're wanting when you go sit down. You want to have the heart open and you want to connect on a heart to heart level with the people that you sit with, right? Whether this is your patients, your clients, the people you work with, even your boss, whoever. This could be people around the globe. If you are a social media influencer, or if you are an actor, if you are a singer, an author, a writer, right? It's about you reaching the hearts of other people. Not just the egos where it's bouncing off and it's chaotic and it's a mess and we're judging and we're pointing fingers and we're criticizing. Hell no. Who wants that? Right? Who wants that? And those that stay stuck in that energy, I feel like it's ignorance. Ignorance is not bliss. When we are not aware of our behaviors, or we do not feel like we have the resources or the knowledge to change it, we stay. We stay where we're at, right? Ignorance is not bliss. We must wake up. We must become aware. And you already are there, Aries. And I feel like you want to open the heart of yourself, trust your intuition, as we talked about earlier, connect with other intuitive beings. You want to create this world and leave it a better place than you came, right? That's your soul mission. What's the outcome for Aries? August 2023. Oh my Lord. You can't make this up. What did we say in the very beginning? Look at these full body goosebumps here. What was the help? And I'm feeling quite emotional here. We talked about help coming in for you, and I mentioned the King of Cups, and you have the Ace of Cups. You have the King of Cups. You have the Queen of Cups. And in between here, you have the Hierophant. This is about you committing yourself to those, remember that soul belief that you have, that you are going to be okay and that you are heading towards your soul purpose and your soul mission. There's a partnership. There's that hope and fear. Lovers is all about balanced partnerships, connecting. You are going to be seated at the table that is in your highest alignment. This is all about intuitive compassion for yourself and for others. This King of Cups is all about peaceful diplomacy. Instead of feeling uncontrollable emotion and grief and debt and financial struggles and worries and just feeling set back, right? Instead of feeling that you are not in touch with your emotions and everybody else around you is not in touch and you're just losing yourself, going crazy over here, right? The King of Cups here combined is beautiful partnerships. Now it could be with a new company, a new business. It could be with one that you are currently in. If you feel like you are committing and you're on your soul's path, a lot of you have already taken the leap from this death energy. Even though this is recent past, you may be on the beginning, the very end of an old journey. You may have already started the beginning of this new one as well. For some of you, you're still at the old lunch table, ready. You're already standing up, looking to see what else is out there. This is about you taking an unconventional approach with the Hierophant. You're doing something different here and it's going to pay off. It seems risky. With the Clover, you taking this unconventional approach on your career. Maybe you're saying, I am 50 years old. I want to go back to school and get my degree. Perhaps you're saying to yourself, well, I've been a nurse for 15 years. I want to go off and become, a Reiki practitioner and open my own spiritually based business. Perhaps you are wanting to write a book and you want to become an author, but you've put it off your whole life because maybe you just, for whatever reason. It may seem risky for you, Aries, to take that leap of faith, but this is saying here, your masculine and your feminine energies are coming together at this time so strongly. You are connecting with your biggest manifesting partner, which is spirit, and you're coming together to create something that is beautiful, something that opens up the heart, something that your intuition is guiding you to take at this time. Instead of thinking and feeling that there's a comparison or judgment or saying my intuition isn't good enough, or maybe I'm more masculine, or maybe I'm more feminine, this is that beautiful blend, that beautiful balance. I don't think I've ever seen in an outcome, Aries, these three together, because it's so emotionally overwhelming to the fact of this is miracle. This is miracle energy that we were picking up on earlier. So wow. Whew. This is big. This is big for you, Aries. So get excited, get ready, because there's some stuff coming in here for you. All right, let's take a look and get a message here from the wisdom of the Oracle, and I will read to you the prosperity message from the guidebook. What do we have here for Aries in the month of August 2023? What do we have for Aries, please? Fork in the road, card 13. Y'all, guess what 13 is in tarot? It is the death card. So yes, there's a fork in the road. We have free will. You have free will to choose to stay. You can stay, Aries, if you want. No one is going to judge you if you do, but you. At least that's the only one that you should be looking at right now. It's your decision and your decision alone. No one else's. So listen to you, okay? 13 here. 13. Did we say 13 earlier for August 13th? Or maybe that was the 14th that came up. I don't recall as I was channeling. So this is time to make a decision, considering the consequences as you prepare to act, owning up to your obligations to make a necessary choice. And the prosperity message for you, Aries, is this. You've come as far as you can on this part of your journey, and now you're faced with a choice. Inherently, in this choice is the need for change, for evolution, and for a bettering of your circumstances. Narrow it down to just a single question. Who do I need to become, and what do I need to believe? Whew, goosebumps again. What do I need to believe in order to live a life of prosperity? Answer honestly and from the heart. Okay, I just got to pause and stop here because the synchronicities that are showing up, really with all of the cards here, I hope you're paying good close attention, maybe even taking notes, because you've come as far as you can, Aries. There's that 10 of Wands. You've come as far as you can. Choice card, there's the Lovers. It talks about belief systems. We've talked about belief your whole reading, and you actually have the Hierophant, unconventional approach, but believing in yourself. And then we have opening the heart chakra, which we have the King and Queen of Cups. It says here, answer honestly and from the heart. Then the decision about which way to go will be effortless. Know that abundance is all around you. Choose to see it, and it will be easier to settle on a direction. And we mentioned that as well. Choose to see the abundance that's all around, not just in the form of currency or money. The way will be made clear by your intuition. There's your High Priestess, which knows how to steer you towards your well-being. Yes, absolutely. So fork in the road here. It clarifies everything we've talked about. It's the 13, which is the death card here. But I'm also going to read to you the reversal or the protection message, because you have the Six of Swords as your challenge, and some of you are really fearing or resisting some sort of change. So I am going to read to you because there is a little bit of indecisiveness. Please take this as it resonates. Indecision is extremely frustrating and will lead to anxiety, loss, and confusion. At this juncture, you can't remain in place without losing your way altogether. Avoid the tendency to let others choose for you, yes, which amounts to a subtle refusal to take responsibility. Don't give your power away, not even to this oracle. By not making a choice, you are making a choice for which you must be accountable. If that choice leads to undesirable circumstances, take heart. Spirit never tires of giving you second chances. You can always start again once you've learned this valuable lesson. Aries, I don't know what's going on, but the emotion is showing up so very strong for all of you beautiful souls in this reading. So if my voice cuts out or if you hear something, please bear with me here because I feel you all. All right, at this time, we're going to open up that third eye chakra. We're going to take a dive into messages from your spirit animals. So at this time, Aries, I ask if you can, just take a moment, close your eyes, and take a deep breath in from that solar plexus chakra, the belly area. A nice, big, deep belly breath. And release. And I want you to focus on that third eye, the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And I want you to imagine the first animal or animals that show up in your mind's eye. Now this could be an animal that flies high in the sky or swims deep in the sea. It could be an animal that is wild, magical, mystical, or even domesticated. It could be an animal that's crossed over the Rainbow Bridge, or one sitting right beside you. There is no right or wrong answer, Aries. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you are ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway where I draw one lucky winner around the first of each month, all you need to do is drop your power animals in the comment section below. And I personally will enter you into that giveaway. So please make sure you've hit that subscribe and bell button so you don't miss that notification. All right, you guys, these are wonderful. I'm excited to share. Now, first of all, some of you may be born on the 15th. You may be 50 years old, 47 years old, or 35 years old, or those could be significant numbers for you. Now, right away, we have Cow Spirit, card 15, and it says, the miracles are endless. We talked about this in your reading, your final outcome, miracles. The very beginning of your reading, we talked about miracles. Here is your confirmation from Cow that the miracles are endless, and you're going to see them showing up more so in the month of August than you have in quite some time. So trust that the miracles are endless here for you. You have Rhino, also card 5, and 5s in tarot represent conflict, obstacles, change, can be travel as well. But the beautiful message that Rhino brings is you are overcoming any obstacle. Yes, you are. You are getting through it. You are moving past it and you're taking action. Rhinos don't just sit around, right, and let people or things or other animals, try to get the best of them. They take action and they listen to their senses, their rhino senses. And I feel like you are overcoming any obstacle as well. And you have helpful people coming in to assist. You have Pig Spirit. Use your mind wisely. You have a brilliant mind. We have a mind, each and every one of us, a mind of our own. And this is about you doing what your intuition and your heart is guiding you to do, and then using your brilliant mind and your brain to logically move forward. So blending the heart and the head here is going to bring miracles. But you are also taking a chance, taking a risk. Look at this pig. It has wings. You know that old saying, when pigs fly? Well, guess what? Your piggy is flying here in the month of August. So use that mind wisely. And last but not least, koala. Koala. And it says spirit has a plan. Spirit has a plan. Absolutely. We must trust because we are spirit. We're connected to spirit. God is within us. God is all around. Whatever you call God, universe, source, divine, you're part of that. You're not left out. You haven't been cast aside out of that, Garden of Eden. This is all about you being able to trust in your intuition and trust that there's a plan that maybe we're not aware of at this time, but you are being divinely guided at this time. Trust in that. All right, beautiful messages here. Now, I was seeing dragonfly, I was seeing elephant, and I was also seeing lizard as well. So if you were seeing those as well, please drop it in the comment box below. I would love to see. And now, last but not least, we'll see which crystal, gemstone, fossil, or mineral you can use in the month of August to help you move forward towards your highest good. What do we have here, please, for Aries? Okay, thank you, Spirit. They're giving me the name here, Celeste. Celeste, I mean, that's a very beautiful name. It could be a place. It could be also connected to celestial beings as well. Some of you are diving into maybe higher angelic celestial frequencies. That could be a name. Maybe it's a grandmother's name. Please take it as it resonates. What do we have here? Pink Sapphire. Card 44. Some of you may be 44 years old, but look at that. That pink is that heart chakra, which has been a big eye opener here, or heart opener, we'll say, in your reading, is that heart. This is all about choosing to heal. It's about acceptance and letting go, soothing the heart, and it can be about forgiveness. So for some of you, if you're holding on to any grievances or judging or blaming yourself, this is about self-love and self-forgiveness as well. When it comes to prosperity, claiming the affluence you desire means letting go of the belief that you don't deserve it. Forgive yourself today for what you didn't know or didn't do, and commit fully to healing the self who mistakenly believed your destiny was to live in scarcity. That is not what the universe wants for you, Aries. Forgive the universe for seeming to be absent at times. Forgive yourself for getting in your own way. Forgive others for not being who you wanted them to be. Clear away the old stories. There's that Six of Swords. Clear away the old stories to make room to co-create abundance and tell a new story of overcoming challenges and owning your strength. The universe really does want you to have all that you need, so clear the way through the powerful act of forgiveness. Beautiful. Now, pink sapphire, you can meditate with this crystal if you have this crystal yourself, or you certainly can purchase, completely up to you. I'm not here to sell anything. Pink sapphire teaches forgiveness, and it assists us in moving past old fears and into a space of being open to not only giving love, but receiving it as well. Meditating with this stone can help open that heart and ease the emotions, especially those related to being hurt by people that we love, being hurt by maybe a boss or an employee, or some of you, it can be family wounding from childhood, from father or mother that may be built into your DNA to believe that scarcity is the way of life, when in fact the universe wants you to be very, very abundant. That is what I have for you, Aries. What a powerful reading. Thank you so much for spending your wonderful, precious time here with me. If you like this reading, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It helps get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. I would absolutely love to see those animals in the comment section box or section below. I read each and every one of your comments, even if it's not an animal. Whatever messages you have, whatever you would like to share, whatever you would like to say to help uplift, the fellow channelers here, feel free to drop. I tune in and read each and every one of them, and I appreciate all of you so very much. If you're vibing with the energy of this channel and you haven't already hit that subscribe and bell button, please do so. Thank you so much for being here, being in this space. Lots of love to you, Aries.